All right, everybody. Welcome back to the channel today and to the Mazda Cup series. As I just alluded to a little bit, this is the iRacing AI JKR Mazda Cup. I don't know what to call this series. Today we are at race, number 7, I guess, of 9 for this particular Mazda Cup series. If you have not watched the previous races, the previous 6 races at Daytona, Lime Rock, Mid-Ohio, where else were we? Road America, Road Atlanta, and then the last one out was at Sebring Club. If you have not watched those already, make sure you go do that. Great races to kind of set the stage for where we are, as well as going back and watching the Formula V season and Spec Racer Ford season that came before this. Again, as usual, I apologize if I have any weird mic issues or anything going on. Not a whole lot I can do about it at this point if you're familiar with me, familiar with my channel. So I apologize about that. And if you enjoy this video or anything else you see here, drop a like down below, as well as make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the action from this Mazda Cup series as we get down towards the championship, or anything else that I may release on this channel in the future season, any other videos, real life car videos, anything like that. You don't want to miss out, so make sure you sub. Today we are at one of my favorite tracks, actually. Not this version of it, but this is a good version. Summit Point, the short version. We were here in the Spec Racer Ford last season. A little bit of familiarity. This is actually in the Pontiac, just about my favorite track car combo, maybe surpassed by the Xfinity car at Atlanta or the late model at South Boston, something like that. But the Pontiac here is the one I circle anytime it's on a schedule for PCC. So very, very comfortable here. Very, very happy to see it in this type of car. I've run some Mazda here, but not a lot. But it's similar enough, I should be okay. So we'll see how it goes throughout this race. Should be a good one, should be a fun one. And we're coming in a great points position. Dale Jr.'s had some issues. Nate has had some issues, and with just 3 races left here, a good run for us will go a long way. So I'm just going to start again. Brakes in this car apparently way better than the spec, unsurprisingly. It's a pretty pedestrian turn 1 there for our Q lap, our one and only Q lap. As usual, 1 Q lap and a 20-minute long race here today. So again, I won't ruin too much or try to. I didn't do a very good job last time ruining kind of how things are going, where we are as far as points go and things like that. I try not to spoil too much of that, but obviously if I start talking about situational stuff, it kind of helps if you have the stage set for you. So should be a good race here today. I have no idea what a good lap time is going to be or where we're going to be competition-wise, but hopefully we're towards the sharp end of the field, and just a solid top 5 will go a long way for our championship aspirations. So see what we can manage here. Just going to use the normal Pontiac brake markers there and such. So it was an okay lap, not the best. We'll go into turn 1 hard here to see how far we can drive in here and go from there. Just passed the finish line there and got stopped in plenty of time, so good to note. Not that we're actually still P1 currently, so Mark actually junior all the way back and was at like 9th place, so great start, I guess. I wasn't expecting to be that far up the field. All right. Everybody's run, so we actually have a really good gap back. Just about, yep, everyone's done with Q. Okay, cool. So 20-minute race here. We have a good gap as far as pace. So just going to be about staying out of trouble, especially through some of this traffic here. So yeah, see how this goes, I guess. Again, do love the track. A lot of seat time here. I'd say probably almost 200 starts here in the Pontiac. So this plays very, 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 very well. But that doesn't really matter a lot in the Mazda or in this configuration circuit. So hopefully it'll just give us a little bit of an upper hand. So we'll see how it plays out. So should be okay. Hit the tires a little bit more if we can. Slow pace car speed. 20 minutes will go by very quickly here, especially if we start dodging through traffic. Probably 1 minute 5, probably about 19 laps here would be my guess, 18, 19 laps. So we'll see where that ends up as far as my predictions every time. I know I usually look ridiculous, probably end up with 18 laps. Instead of just quick math in my head. But we'll see how traffic plays out if we find more time, more tires, less fuel, etc., etc. So excited to get going. Junior's back a little ways. He's dropped off quite a few points in the last couple of races. Nate as well had issues at Road Atlanta. So we're looking pretty good. I think Christopher Bell's now second in points. So see how we get on here. See if we have a good time of it. That's all we can really ask for is a solid race, and we'll take it and go from there and hope for the best and go on to what are the last two Watkins Glen Classic. That's going to be an insane race with the tow around there. The whole draft fest, almost like a whole about 3 brake zones. Turn 1, and then up the hill to the carousel, and then the last couple corners, I guess. So should be a little bit bonkers. And then Laguna Seca, track I really like, and actually do have a little bit of experience in this car there. So get ready to rock and roll. Hold speed and see what's up. So we wait for the green flag. We're going to try to leave it short to make sure we can go off and turn 1 hard. And any second now. Pretty good start and reaction time there by me. Not going to quite lead the turn 1, but be able to hold Nate out there, at least on the outside. And slight door bang, a little bit of contact, just light. Hardly felt it through the steering wheel, so no harm, shouldn't have any damage from that. That's just first turn stuff. And we will lead down into the hairpin at the bottom of the hill for the first time. Get some double wide back there with C-Bell and Jeff. And if there's a track I'm going to feel confident about in a car throughout this series, this is the one. This is, again, Pontiac here. Have that puppy circled every time, and this is nearly as close of a car handling expectation performance-wise as the Pontiac on the sim. I know they're not entirely the same thing, but this place definitely the one that we need to capitalize on. So hopefully we can do that in 17 more laps, I guess. So catch some traffic. We'll just have to be patient, not make any mistakes. We've already opened up a nice gap for just 1 lap. So. Alright, we're up and running. Everything should be starting to come up to temperature now. A little bit warmer tires this time around, and then we should be A-okay. If we're able to hang on here and win this event, that would really be a big step towards the championship for us, which is 2 races to go. We'd have around a 30-point cushion, so we could essentially finish 15th in both races and win a championship. We've run first or second, I think, every single race and qualified well in the top 5 in all of them. So definitely have the pace, and then hopefully we can go to Laguna Seca and only need to finish, 33rd or 35th out of 40. That would be ideal. You don't have to worry. You can kind of throw a little bit of caution to the wind as long as you don't bin it. So. 4.8, so already quicker than the Q lap there. Q lap was what, 5.4, something like that, 5.4. So already found a half second over that, so that's encouraging. A couple seconds quicker than we were running around here in the spec. Predictably, this car is a lot more stable, or at least for my skill set and my familiarity. A little bit more slidey than the Pontiac, just because it's a little bit of a narrow tire, a little bit lighter car, a little more, less power actually, but more power to weight. So you can chuck it a little bit more, and the Pontiac doesn't really slide, especially on the new race tire. The Pontiac really stuck here on the new race tire, especially in cooler track temps. So we'll see how that kind of plays out as far as learning tracks and going from there. New tire has definitely been a little bit different on the Pontiac, but getting some good seat time in it the last couple weeks has been really good. So. Alright, 3 laps down, what did I say, 17 laps, 18 laps? A little quicker again there, 4.7, so Probably getting pretty close to a plateau here. We're probably going to go through these tires, and then that's going to be that. But of course, with a 3+ second lead already, not too concerned about overall quick lap time. We just got to kind of maintain, not make any mistakes, and we should be just fine. When we get back around to the start-finish line, I'll just kind of shut up and let the car do the talking for a lap. We can listen to those great downshifts and how the tires slide and things like that, and kind of see where I'm positioning the car. When you start doing that on older tires, it gets a little sketchy, so we'll do a nice shut up just in lap right now. Solid lap there around Summit Point short. Decent lap. We were able to maintain the gap. We're starting to pop up into some lap traffic on the relative, and Steve Myers has had some kind of issue there, dropped from 31st back to last place there on the relative, so keep that in mind as we're starting to catch some of these cars up ahead. Another issue looks like for Steve. He must have gone off at the hairpin or something. That's very strange. Or just had a nice self-spin, I don't know exactly. He's fallen a couple seconds behind Drew and Matt, the tail end of the pack. Should be catching him in, oh, I don't know, 4 laps or so, give or take. So, see how that ends up. We have a nice 6-second gap now already opened up over Nate. Steve is actually coming to pit road right here, so he must have had a black flag or damage or something. Seabell kind of just barely hanging on to Nate there for 2nd place. That makes that interesting. Oh, the racetrack his way. I don't know where he started, but he's only in 10th, so not a great showing after the disappointment of Sebring. Whatever happened with him at Sebring going off track or having some kind of issue or failure or penalty or something. They finished, what, like 30th or so, so definitely not a great result there for him, a little bit of a disaster, so. A little bit of frame stuttering here, so just plow through that. Know the track well enough, shouldn't impact anything. A lot of it is timing. I've been around so many times. I don't even need to look really so much at brake markers or anything anymore, especially in cars like this. It's a timing and a feel, and you just get a rhythm. Lots of drivers talk about that, especially on the oval. Obviously, with just 4 corners on an oval, you got a feel of where you need to lift, where you need to brake, turn in, etc. The slides, and so on. But this place even, I can kind of almost do it, not really with my eyes closed, not literally, but I mean, I can tell you exactly where you need to turn in, brake, etc. So it's helpful when you're trying to do multiple things at once here. Finally catching up to Steve. He spent about a lap in the pits there. Guess we'll get a good pace about how fast these lappers are compared to us as we come up closer to halfway here. Pedals are still being weird. I might have to reset them again at some point here. They're still being a little bit interesting. So front tire's just starting to go off there. Steve not going to lose the lane there. We're going to dip over to his left here. I think we probably could have gone to his right, but we'll take the safer route over there so he doesn't turn it on us accidentally or something. Not a problem there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the pedals recently. They seem like they're They're not even like sticking. Occasionally they stick. You've seen that plenty of times here. But they're not being sticky. They're just being mushy almost. Like there's no feel. I don't know. We are getting old. We are coming down the tail end of my career. I've said that many times. So it's fine. It's good enough. 9-second gap now. 8 laps in. I would assume at the end of this next lap will be cross flags. We'll have to look at the timer when we come back around. Look at it right now. Yeah. Maybe we'll get an extra lap. It might be 19 laps there. We'll see how traffic impacts this. There's the brake sticking, speak of the devil right there. So not a major problem. You usually kind of get a little bit of a feel, the engine node, and you can kind of tell right away. So as long as it doesn't do it for a lap or straight away or something. I've had it happen in some bad places before. I was running a truck race once at Watkins, and it was bothering me the whole race, but I managed to hold on to the lead. In the last corner, off the corner, it stuck just a little bit and allowed dude to get a run on me, and he beat me to the line in a drag race. So that was really unfortunate and frustrating, but you know, little things like that aren't the end of the world. So check the timer there. We just needed, yeah, we have to lose about a second every lap in traffic, which I don't really anticipate most laps, so we'll probably end up with 19 laps. If we can continue to run pace similar to this, sub 106. So a car way off over there, that's Holden. I'm going to reset the pedals here in the straightaway. I don't know what's going on with them. They're being very, very interesting here today, apparently. So sometimes they just don't like cooperating, so we'll just take the chance here and just do a quick hard reset. There we go, no problem. Only cost us about a second probably, so hopefully they'll hang on and be okay for at least the remainder of this race. So see how they impacted our lap time there. Yeah, about 1 second, so it's okay. That was our second for that lap that we can afford to give up. So we're gonna start getting into a little bit of a group of traffic here. It's not too heavily. These first 9 cars look like they're in a little bit of a pocket of about 5-6 seconds, but if we can catch them in okay places. This is not the worst track in the world to have traffic. There are a couple of heavy brake zones and stuff. There are worse tracks, definitely. Not the best track because of how tight some of these corners are and flowing, but there are worse tracks, so see how that plays out. We should be just fine. Again, 11-second lead. There's no rush, no hurry, so take our time, be methodical with it, and be okay. Mike Berg is running in 5th. I don't think I've ever seen that name in this whole series, so if that's the case, good for them to have a good run. Go. Oh, a little bit of a break there in front of us, almost running the back. Drew right there, he braked on corner exit for some reason, but we were able to get out of it and avoid that, no problem. Sneak up inside a needle there, a little bit of a tighter exit to hold that one down. Richard is up next, and then Alex Gustafson and Ian Sewell. I see more often in some of these races. I don't know why I've started seeing him in officials, not even races, but practices and such. I haven't really paid much attention, I guess, recently, but I've seen him a lot more in the past maybe 6 months or so than I had previously, so whatever. Almost binned it there going around Richard on that curb, but it's fine. Try to back up this corner here, get a nice run onto the straightaway. A little bit of a random break in the straightaway there from Alex, but it's fine. Challenger is up ahead here. Not going to take a chance to jump around those guys there. Is again Ian going to lift for some reason. Susan trying to take a look at CC here, former pro driver. I was in a little bit deep. CC was in a little bit deep. Gonna just kind of cut back really nonchalantly there and get around him. So I probably have a lap or two of pretty much open track. We have Jose up in front of us, but then in front of him is another 4 seconds or so to Chris and Peter, so. Coming up towards the tail end of this race now here. We'll see if we have like 5 or 6 laps to go. Actually, I'm dumb. We're going to have 18 laps. When we were at 10:06 or whatever at start finish line, I don't know why I was thinking we were running laps at 1 minute around here. Definitely not going to be 19 laps. Definitely going to be 18 because, yeah, we're already at 6 minutes and we're going to have, say, 6 laps to go here. So 19 is pretty much out of the question. It might still happen, but that's a little bit of a stretch to me. So I don't know. My math is not good enough to decipher 18 or 19. Either way, we're good to go either way. A little bit of clear space up here in front of this next car. 13-second lead, so no pressure. Should be able to get through Jose no problem. Hopefully leaving the S curves would be an ideal spot. They're really deep, just barely got the thing stopped. Drove in there like I wasn't following someone, but I was, so. Having to go around the outside of this long sweeper, actually a decent place to make a pass in against a slower car. I've learned that hugging the right side there in the Pontiac is actually not too bad for getting passed at least by something fast like a Mustang. Jetta might not have such a nice time going around the outside of there, but Mustang is no problem. Someone was in the pits there. I don't remember who. Apparently it's Lisa, yeah. So dropped from 9th or so to probably second to last now, 39th or so. So that's unfortunate. Yellow flag out here. Not sure what for. Greg appears to be off track over there on left. He's going to stay put. So get through that one, no problem. Wonder if there was just a dropped wheel or a punt there into turn 1. Lisa has rejoined a couple of cars behind us, so she will continue on. Big check up here, I don't know why. Really going to be held up here. Oh, it's Holden to the front of this pack for some reason going extremely, extremely slowly. We're going to sneak to his left here, so we lost a second or maybe 2 through that, but nothing too terrible. Could be a lot worse. Still plenty of gap out front. Checking through all the F black boxes. Ooh, a big slide there. Missed the apex quite badly. 3.5 minutes. I'll probably get 4 laps would be my guess. So we will get 19. I don't know what I was thinking. My math. I don't know. We're just going to roll with this. I don't want to get into the math part of it too much right now. It's fine. Everything's fine. Matt's still holding up those guys 5 seconds back from us. Yellow flag here. Is it a ghost yellow flag? No, looks like Chris has gone for a loop. Have to be careful of his rejoin up there in front of us. Still plenty of gap, nice and chill. No pressure at the moment. Oh, Justin David. Just got a little sideways and released the steering wheel just a little bit and almost dropped the wheel off track there, which probably would have resulted in a spin, but we have the space anyways. And we didn't do it, so it's fine. Lead currently sitting at 20 seconds, so we've opened up almost a third of a lap advantage here, about 22 seconds. Is that right? Yeah, it is. Just going to just give us the inside there in turn 1. Let's go. Thank you very much. So here we go. On the chase, we've almost lapped the field as usual. 40 cars in this field. We're up to 24th place up there in front of us with actually a pretty big group. So maybe if we have a really fast couple of last 2 laps here, we could get through. I was at about 7-8 cars. Good grief. It's incredible that we've caught a group that big. That's wild, actually. I'm really in the mood for Hoo Hot. Those of you that know what Hoo Hot is, great place. I like Hoo Hot. That's where I go for my birthday if I can. Of course, my birthday this year is on Friday, so that's probably not going to happen. And then Christmas is obviously a Saturday, so that's not going to happen either. But that's what I'm in the mood for right now. I'm here running Mazda Cup, and I'm like, ooh, noodles. It's a pretty typical Justin thing to do, begging for food for no reason. All right, anyways, so 2 laps to go. We did not get the white flag right there. Steve Meyer's going to back out early there, let some cars he's being lapped by, and then me lapping him for the second time, let us all go through. Jimmy up in front of us here, we should be able to get through him. I'm braking for the hairpin without a problem. Gas pedal now being a little bit strange, sticky, blippy. We're going to run him right over. For some reason, he braked really hard. I don't know why that was. That was very strange. I lifted for him, and I was just rolling off in there nice and easy, and he was doing about 0.1% of the speed I was doing. So we'll have to go back and watch that one. That was very strange. Luckily, like I said, we have the big gap. There's no pressure. We kept you out of the fence. That's a sticky wall over there on the left, so we would have been stuck in that tire barrier. Had to tow. Unlike Olden Park, car feels okay, at least enough to do one more lap, so as long as it doesn't blow up, we're going to be okay. We just got to do one more time around here. Uno lapo. Only lost about 5 seconds or so with all that, so definitely down on power. Car is definitely hurt. Really a non-issue though at this point, so yeah, lost about 5, maybe 6 seconds there, so could be worse. So we're gonna have to go watch what the heck happened. I felt like I just rolled in there. I was gonna go to his left in the brake zone, but he was on the brakes for like 2 seconds, and I just ran him right over. So obviously a mistake, obviously my fault, but I don't know what happened. I wish I wouldn't do that. The AI seems to have a tendency to just brake to try to let you go for some reason when you're right behind them, and it's very unpredictable for one, dangerous for two, and they don't always brake in like a logical spot, like on a corner exit. Like I already have the run because you're an AI and you're slower. That's why I'm lapping you. But then you just plow right through them because they're out to lunch on their pace, which is again very, very strange. But whatever, it's okay. We're gonna come back through and survive just about. Come around the last corner and get the checkered flag. So a little bit of late drama from curious circumstances, but we will hold on and maintain and pick up another victory here at Summit Point. Come on around here to the pit lane. We'll check what the final margin of victory is. Probably going to be about 20 seconds or so still. They were back in some pretty heavy traffic. Mike ended up 5th. Nice job for him. So it actually closed on me a little bit on that last lap, 17.5 seconds. I didn't think about the fact that we were significantly down on power right there. 3 seconds. So we obviously did some pretty heavy damage to the right front quarter that time, as opposed to our little door bang with Nate at turn 1 and other incidents that we've had. So bring it back around, like I said, to the pits, and we'll start. Check out. Yeah, we're definitely severely down on pace right there. I'm just gonna pick a pit stall here because I don't really care. All right. Lap 18 this was. We got past Steve Myers there, and I don't know exactly what happened. Honestly, I felt like he just kind of rolled off in here and we ran over him. I mean, earlier in the race, we were going through here flat. See what the car ahead does. Just a little bit of brake, but then still on the brakes a ton. Just drove right through him. Thankfully, watch kind of my pedal inputs there. Yeah, I mean, I can only brake so much. Let the car roll, didn't lock up, and just kind of recentered itself. So that's okay. That happens. It's one of the weird things, but AI racing, I tell you, it's not perfect yet. It's okay, but it's not perfect yet. So that's all right. Not a problem. Pole position followed by a win at Summit Point. Never seen that one before. Summit Point. Wow. Yep, pole was 104.5. I think our best lap was 104 or 105.4. Excuse me. Best lap was 104.7, if I remember correctly. Tired. Boys back at the shop. Yes, thanks to everybody. Sponsors, everything. It's great. We have 300 points, which I guess, is that correct? I don't know how they award points. 300 seems like a weird number to win all the races but one. I don't know. 43 the time times. We won 6 races now. I think we've won 6 races. Yeah, so 43. Let's do some math here. 43 times 6 plus 42. Yeah, I guess that's 300 points. So that's okay. It's all good. We're not worried about too much. We have a 29-point lead now over Christopher Bell in the standings. 34 over Jeff, 38 over Greg, 39 over Jay. Junior back to 43 back, Nate in ninth, 55 back. So we have over a race gap back to sixth place, Dale Jr. Excuse me again. I got hiccups now all of a sudden. So unfortunate that we crashed the car there, but Watkins Glen and Laguna Seca coming up to finish up the season, and we've had more phone calls about the Formula 3 season coming up. So Formula 3, yeah, that's what it's called. I know my stuff, don't worry. Yeah, so that's all we got for today. Like I said, make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed being here today. Thank you all so much for stopping by, and until the next episode and next time, all right, bye.